All right, so everyone get ready, because today we are going deep on a mission that's going to change how we see the universe.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
We're talking about SPHEREx, NASA's next big leap into the cosmic unknown.
Now I know what you're thinking. Another space telescope.
Right.
Haven't we seen it all with Hubble and James Webb? But trust me, SPHEREx, it's different. It's not about those stunning close-ups, like of distant galaxies or anything. This mission is about the big picture, like a 3D map of the entire sky, but in infrared.
Yeah, and what's so fascinating about observing an infrared light is that SPHEREx can see through those dense clouds of gas and dust that, would usually obscure our view in visible light. It's like having this special set of glasses that let us kind of peer into all the hidden corners of the universe.
So it's like we're finally getting to see the full picture. The universe unmasked. Exactly. And this is where it gets really interesting. By mapping the entire sky in infrared, SPHEREx is going to help us try to answer some of these big questions about the universe, How did it all begin? How did galaxies even form and evolve? Are there other planets out there that could support life?
Okay, I'm hooked already.
Yeah.
So walk us through this. How is SPHEREx going to tackle these huge questions? What's the plan?
Well, imagine taking like a cosmic census, but instead of counting people, we're mapping out locations and properties of billions of galaxies.
Billions.
Yeah.
Billions.
Yeah, that's mind-boggling.
It is. And this map, it's going to be like a treasure trove of information. It's going to allow scientists to study the distribution of matter and energy across the entire universe.
Okay, billions of galaxies. That's
That's
crazy.
okay.
But how does looking at all those galaxies help us understand something like the Big Bang, which happened billions of years ago? That's a great question. So the light from those distant galaxies has been traveling for billions of years to reach us, and it carries with it a record of the universe's history. By studying the patterns in this light, like its color, its intensity, SPHEREx can piece together a timeline of cosmic events and trace all the way back to the very early universe.
So it's like SPHEREx is a time machine,
Yeah.
allowing us to peer back to the universe's infancy.
In a way, yeah. And by analyzing the distribution of galaxies in this faint afterglow from the Big Bang, SPHEREx can even help us confirm or challenge our current theories about cosmic inflation, which was that period of super rapid expansion in the first fraction of a second after the universe was born.
Wow, now we're talking about the foundation of the universe.
We are.
This is getting deep.
Yeah.
But I remember at the beginning you mentioned something about like finding hints of life. How does SPHEREx factor into that?
Yeah, so that's where the search for water ice comes in. SPHEREx will be able to detect water ice in those stellar nurseries where stars and planets are born. And as you know, the presence of water ice is a crucial piece of the puzzle when we're looking for environments that could potentially support life.
So SPHEREx is looking back to the beginning of the universe and searching for the potential for life in our galaxy.
Yeah.
This is seriously ambitious.
It is.
But how exactly does it work? What makes it different from these other telescopes we've heard so much about?
Yeah, so unlike Hubble or James Webb, which focus on specific objects, SPHEREx is a surveyor. It's going to scan the entire sky and gather this massive amount of data. Think of it like taking a panoramic picture instead of zooming in on one detail.
Okay, so it's covering a lot of ground, so to speak.
A lot of ground, yeah.
But how does it actually gather that data? What's the secret sauce?
It's all about spectrophotometry. SPHEREx will be observing the sky in over 100 different wavelengths of infrared light, essentially splitting that light into a spectrum like a rainbow. And each color or wavelength in that spectrum carries unique information about the object emitting the light.
So it's like a cosmic fingerprint scanner,
It is.
revealing the composition, temperature, even the movement of those distant objects.
Exactly. You got it.
Wow.
And by putting all those fingerprints together, SPHEREx can create a detailed 3D map, not just of where things are, but what they're made of and how they've changed over time.
We're essentially getting a complete inventory of the universe in infrared.
We are, and that inventory will be like a goldmine for scientists studying everything from the evolution of galaxies to the building blocks of planets. But there's another really crucial aspect of SPHEREx that we haven't even talked about yet.
Oh.
How this mission is pushing the boundaries of technology and data analysis.
Right. I'm on the edge of my seat. Tell me more about this technological leap. What makes SPHEREx so cutting edge?
Well, one of the key innovations is SPHEREx's unique design. Unlike those giant mirrored telescopes we're used to seeing, SPHEREx is surprisingly compact. It's about the size of a small car.
That's more than I expected. I thought you needed a massive mirror to, collect enough light from those distant objects.
Yeah, you would think so. But SPHEREx doesn't rely on a single large mirror. Instead, it uses a series of lenses and mirrors to focus the infrared light onto its detectors. And this makes it much lighter and more agile, allowing it to scan the entire sky quickly and efficiently.
So it's like a high-tech infrared camera sweeping across the cosmos,
It is, yeah.
capturing those spectral fingerprints.
Exactly. And with each sweep, SPHEREx is collecting a massive amount of data. We're talking petabytes, millions of gigabytes. And that's where the data analysis challenge comes in.
Oh, I can imagine. How do scientists even begin to make sense of that much information?
Yeah, that's where the power of modern computing comes in. So scientists are going to be using sophisticated algorithms and machine learning to sift through all that data, searching for patterns, anomalies, those telltale signs of cosmic events.
So SPHEREx isn't just a telescope, it's a whole data gathering and analysis machine.
It really is.
It's pushing the boundaries of what we can do in astronomy.
Absolutely. And the discoveries that could come from this data are potentially groundbreaking. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about some of those big mysteries that SPHEREx is aiming to solve. Remember we talked about dark energy, that mysterious force that seems to be accelerating the expansion of the universe?
Yeah, it's one of those things that always makes my head spin a little. How can something we can't even see have such a profound effect on the universe?
It's one of the biggest puzzles in cosmology, and that's where SPHEREx's map comes in. By studying the distribution of galaxies across these vast distances, scientists can get a better grasp of how dark energy has shaped the large-scale structure of the universe over billions of years.
So by mapping out where galaxies are and how they're clustered together, we can start to unravel the influence of this invisible force.
Precisely. And it's not just about dark energy. Remember the stellar nurseries we talked about, the birthplaces of stars and planets? SPHEREx is going to give us an unprecedented view of these regions, allowing scientists to study the conditions where stars and planetary systems form.
And that ties back to the search for life, right?
Exactly. By analyzing the composition of those stellar nurseries, SPHEREx can detect the presence of key molecules like water and organic compounds, those essential ingredients for life as we know it.
So it's like searching for a cosmic recipe.
Yeah,
Looking for the right combination of ingredients that could lead to the formation of life on other planets.
that's a great way to put it. And by mapping out the distribution of these molecules across the galaxy, we can start to understand where those life-friendly environments might exist.
This is incredible. It's like SPHEREx is pulling back the curtain on the universe, showing us the grand cosmic play unfolding across billions of years. But with all this talk about these distant galaxies and cosmic mysteries, I'm curious, what's the practical impact of all this? How does SPHEREx affect us here on Earth?
That's an important question. And the answer is, in more ways than we can probably imagine. First off, missions like SPHEREx push the boundaries of technology. The sensors, the data processing techniques, those innovations have ripple effects that reach far beyond astronomy. Think about advancements in imaging technology, data analysis, even materials science. These fields all benefit from the challenges of space exploration.
So it's not just about understanding the universe, it's about pushing the boundaries of human ingenuity and creating new technologies that benefit everyone.
Exactly. And let's not forget the inspiration factor. When we see those incredible images, those mind-boggling discoveries, it reignites our sense of wonder about the universe and our place in it. Who knows, maybe SPHEREx will be what sparks the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers.
I love that. It's like a gift that keeps on giving,
It is.
inspiring future generations to look up at the stars and ask those big questions about the cosmos.
Yeah.
But all this makes you wonder, what are some of the biggest challenges facing the SPHEREx mission? What could potentially go wrong?
Well, space exploration is inherently risky. One of the biggest challenges for any mission like SPHEREx is ensuring that its sensitive instruments are protected from the harsh environment of space.
What kinds of hazards are we talking about out there?
We're talking extreme temperatures, radiation from the sun, even micrometeoroids, those tiny particles of dust that can zip through space at incredibly high speeds. It's like navigating a cosmic minefield.
That sounds intense. How do they even begin to protect such delicate instruments from all that?
Yeah, so NASA has a lot of experience in designing and building spacecraft that can withstand these challenges. They've incorporated a number of safeguards into SPHEREx, including shielding redundant systems and rigorous testing to make sure it can survive the journey and operate flawlessly in space.
That's reassuring to hear. But even with all those safeguards, there's always the possibility of something unexpected happening, right?
That's true. Space exploration is full of surprises. But that's part of what makes it so exciting. It's a journey into the unknown, and we never know exactly what we'll find. But one thing's for sure, even if SPHEREx encounters unforeseen challenges, the data it collects will be a treasure trove of information for scientists for years to come.
That's a great point. It's like a legacy, a gift to future generations who will continue to explore the universe and build upon our knowledge. But before we move on to the potential impact of SPHEREx and what all this means for the future of space exploration, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible human effort behind this mission.
Absolutely. It's easy to get caught up in the technology and the data, but ultimately SPHEREx is a testament to the ingenuity, dedication, and sheer hard work of countless scientists, engineers, technicians, and support staff who have poured their hearts and minds into making this mission a reality.
It's a true testament to the power of human collaboration and our insatiable desire to understand the universe and our place within it. And on that note, I think it's time to shift our focus to the potential impact of SPHEREx and what it means for the future of our exploration of the cosmos. Okay, so we've talked about the data, the mysteries, the challenges. Now I want to get to the so what. Like, what could the impact of SPHEREx be for the world of science and for the rest of us?
Yeah, that's the key question, right? Because these discoveries, they're not just staying in some academic journal. SPHEREx is going to create this legacy of data that researchers will be mining for decades to come. New algorithms, new questions. We can't even predict all the ways this map will be used.
It's like launching a telescope and a time capsule of knowledge all at once.
Exactly. But then, more broadly, missions like this push the boundaries of what's even technologically possible. Think about the sensors, the data processing, all those innovations trickle down into other fields too. Medicine, communications, you name it.
So it's not just about the universe, it's about advancing our capabilities here on Earth.
Right. And then you can't forget about the inspiration factor. When we see these incredible images, these mind-boggling discoveries, it just reignites our sense of wonder about the universe.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe SPHEREx will be what sparks the next generation of scientists and engineers.
That's the best kind of side effects, right?
I think so.
Inspiring people to learn and explore.
Couldn't agree more. And on a personal level, for me, SPHEREx connects to, this fundamental human desire to understand where we came from. Are we alone? What's our place in this vast cosmos? Those are questions that have been with us, for as long as we've looked up at the stars.
And now we have tools like SPHEREx that can help us get a little bit closer to those answers.
Yeah.
It's a pretty incredible time to be alive, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's a privilege to witness this kind of scientific progress. And I think the most exciting part is we're just at the beginning. Who knows what other wonders the universe holds, just waiting to be discovered.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, SPHEREx? It's combining this cutting-edge technology with these huge fundamental questions about our place in the universe.
Yeah.
It's searching for the building blocks of life, peering back to the dawn of time. And it's going to create a map that will guide scientific discovery for generations to come.
Yeah. It's a mission that truly captures the spirit of exploration and discovery. And that's something we can all be excited about.
Absolutely. So what about you? What excites you most about SPHEREx? What questions would you ask if you could talk to the scientists on the mission? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the most fascinating corners of science and technology. Until next time, keep looking up and keep asking those big questions.